Welcome to the Golf Report podcast. Today I'm joined by St. Leo Junior Maya Cote and head women's golf coach Lyndsey Bevill. How are you both doing?
Very good. Very well. Thank you.
Good. So just tell me, what was it like to win, the Sunshine State Conference Championship last week?
Yeah, very exciting. It's the first time in program history. I couldn't be more ecstatic to bring that back here to the university and to the team. It's been 7 years in the making for me, and it's been a big goal for me to have for this program. And then also for Maya to get the individual win, huge accomplishment. Her first win, and then also, as a conference champion, couldn't be better.
Nice. So Maya, how special was it? This was your first college win at the conference championship. So tell me, how special was it, get your first college win, and then you shot one under in your back nine in the final round. So just tell me about how you were able to stay composed, in the final round.
So yeah, it was absolutely surreal, winning as an individual and as a team. I couldn't have picked like a better week. It was just absolutely amazing. And keeping my composure on the back nine, I was actually really nervous the second day. So I made sure that leading into the third round that I kind of just, kept steady, and coach just kept telling me, just focus on yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Just play your game and just keep steady and your time will come. And I knew the 17th hole, I had a birdie opportunity coming up. So I just made sure to stay patient. And then I played that 17th hole really aggressively. And after that, I kind of knew that I had a really good shot at winning. So yeah, I just stayed level-headed and just kept calm and played my game.
Nice. So coach, I want to go through the conditions because, you look at the scores, especially first round, the scores were very difficult. No team broke 300, 301 by Florida Southern in the first round, was the best team score. And then Maya was the only player individually to shoot under par. So just tell me, about, especially the first round, tell me about the conditions. Was the weather difficult? Was the course playing hard? Just tell me a little bit about the conditions, especially the first round.
That's a great question. We went out for the practice round the day before competing, and it's definitely a challenging course off the tee. It's definitely a course to where there's a lot of, you've got to hit some shots to certain targets, and there's not a lot of room for error. So I think we had a great game plan going into it. And, when we came off, we were one of the first tee times that first day, and we came off the course. We didn't play that great, honestly. And I was thinking to myself, because we were towards the end of the leaderboard, and as the scores kept coming in, we're setting in good position. I think we were like tied for third or at the top three after day one or around there. I could be wrong, or top six. It's all blur at this point, but yeah, it's a course that's challenging off the tee. It wasn't in the best of shape. The greens were rolling decent, but we were able to move the ball a little bit around. But like I said, I think it was more mentally challenging, and I think you had to be mentally tough out there in order to score and to not let certain factors or tree lines or OB right or hazard left get into your head. And I think that one thing that we did really good, all five of these girls, is that they were mentally tough and resilient. And they showed a lot of grit that week because it wasn't easy, and you really just had to lock in and focus on your targets and hit good golf shots.
So your team was in third place after round one. So how proud are you? How proud are you of your team for coming back and winning their first conference championship in program history? And then just tell me, how proud are you of Maya for being the only player to shoot under par for the tournament?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm ecstatic, like I said earlier. This team's worked very hard. I'm full of girls now that are juniors, and I have a grad student. I have some sophomores on the team, and we haven't had a lot of success until coming into this year. In the fall, and all their hard work is paying off. I couldn't be more proud of their dedication and everything that they give to this program, and the mindset and the practice outside of team practice that they just do on their own. But I am very happy that they came back after round one. When you're playing in a 54-hole tournament over 3 days, there's a lot of things that can change day to day. There's a lot of, distractions. There's a lot of things that can happen. So I just try to keep them focused on one day at a time, one shot at a time, and let everything else take care of itself. And I think when you're playing golf over such a long period of time, over days, is that you really have to be disciplined to stay focused on you, because you can't let your competitors that you're playing with out on the golf course affect what you're doing. Good shots are going to be had. Bad shots might happen, but it's all about how you recover. And I think they did a great job of staying in it. And as you can, it paid off at the end. We came home with a conference championship, first in school history. Super stoked. Really proud of Maya. Maya, it's a special kid on this program. She came in freshman year, really didn't make the top 5. She's worked hard to turn it around. She's dedicated her life to the game of golf. Her academics is fabulous too. Just that the success that you see on the golf course is the success that you see off the golf course too with her. She's very disciplined, self-motivated. She's determined, and I only see more wins in her future, to be honest with you. This is just the beginning.
Nice. So your team won back in March in Arizona. So, after this team victory in March, did you think that something special like a conference championship was possible?
I've known from fall of 2023 that when these kids stepped on campus that this group was special. And I've been telling them that since the beginning, that we just had to put in the work and our time was coming. I think Arizona was the beginning of our time. Everything kind of just aligned well that week. We had a great time. We went out there. We practiced. We got ready for the tournament. We went and took care of what we needed to take care of. They were disciplined. They stuck to the plan, everything that they practiced for, and they started to see some of their hard work pay off as a group. And we went to Stetson after Arizona, and we got our butts kicked there. And I think that was also a good motivator to get back on track. And our season's not over, and it's not over until it's over type of mentality. You got to keep grinding, keep working hard. So yeah, I think definitely all of our tournaments prepared us for this conference championship. We've had success. We've had some losses, and I definitely I expect to win every time we step out there. And I think that they just did what they needed to do to take care of business this past week.
Maya, so you're from Canada. Just tell me about growing up in Canada and how you got started playing golf.
So growing up in Canada was, it's absolutely amazing, but for golf, obviously it's a pretty short season. So growing up, I spent most of my time playing hockey throughout the winter months. And then the summer, I would do just kids camps. And that's kind of how I started golf. And I joined an academy when I was in grade 8. And that's when I started really actually playing tournaments. And I met a really good group of girls. And we just all kind of stuck together throughout my high school years and just kept growing together. And I just fell in love with the game because I had so many friends involved, and it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah. And what drew you to St. Leo, and how has the transition been, going from Canada, dealing with the weather there, and now you go to school in Florida. So how's that transition been for you?
So I found St. Leo over COVID, actually. I was able to spend both of my grade 11 and 12 years in Florida, and I did virtual schooling because we were kind of quarantining during that time. So Lyndsey Bevill came out to a tournament in Innisbrook, and I just I went for my first visit, and I just fell in love with the school. It was absolutely beautiful. The course is a walk away, and there's 36 holes, and it's just a beautiful facility. And I just had a really good feeling about the school. And coming from Canada, it was a little bit of an adjustment, but my grandparents do have a place an hour away. So I've been coming for most of my childhood years. So it's almost like a home away from home. So it wasn't as hard of an adjustment as some of my European players, but yeah, so it's kind of just like a second home for me.
And Coach, you're from Kentucky. Just tell me about growing up in Kentucky, playing golf, going to Northern Kentucky, and just tell me, how you got into coaching.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm from a small town in Kentucky named Carrollton, near Louisville and Cincinnati. I was a 2-time athlete. I played basketball and golf, and my father's the one that got me involved in the game of golf. I started going out with him on the weekends when he would be playing in, his men's groups on Sundays, and I would hit shots here and there as an elementary school kid, and didn't really care for it that much, to be honest with you. I was more of a basketball player, and then when I got into middle school age, I started playing high school golf, and still playing basketball too along the way. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play either basketball or golf in college. And I chose golf just because I had a lot of knee surgeries, a lot of, injuries along the way with the game of basketball. And golf has been nothing but, great to me. I've met a lot of great people along the way. I played at Northern Kentucky, played for Daryl Landrum and Becky Landrum. They're the ones that have been like my second family and really got me involved in college coaching after I graduated. I went on to be a grad assistant at the University of Indianapolis and stayed there to be an assistant coach for 6 years after that. And then it led me down here to St. Leo. And I couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity to be a head coach here.
Yeah. And finally, looking at your roster, I'm very interested to know, you have a very international roster, players from many different countries, Italy, Ecuador, Sweden, Canada. Austria, all that. But just tell me, coach, and then I'll get to Maya. Just tell me, do you recruit, specifically international students, or is that just happening? How does it work? Getting international students to play for St. Leo, and then, Maya, just tell me, what's it like, having players from, teammates from many different countries, and also what's it like to have, Madeline, also from Ontario, Canada, as a
Yeah.
teammate.
No, that's a great question. To be honest with you, I do have a list of girls that are international on my team, but I don't really look at them as international.
Okay.
What I mean by that is you're a golfer, you bring a certain thing to the table, whether you're a domestic kid or an international kid, and it's got to be a good fit here at St. Leo University.
Mhm.
I am blessed to be surrounded by kids that are from all over. We bring a lot of experience from different cultures and different backgrounds, but when I'm recruiting, I'm not saying that I'm just looking for international kids. I'm looking for the best fit here at St. Leo and people that are dedicated to work hard and to take this program to the next level. And it's just worked out that international is kind of top heavy here in our program, but I'm definitely open to both domestic and international as long as they bring what they need to the table. As my expectations to, win championships here.
Mhm. Yeah, and Maya, just tell me, what's it like having teammates from, many different countries, and then just tell me about, Madeline, she's also from Canada. Just tell me about having her as a teammate.
I love having teammates from all over the world. It's pretty unique and amazing, especially I never traveled outside of really the US or Canada, so I've never been to Europe or South America. So it's pretty amazing getting to meet all these different people and getting to know their cultures and just their backgrounds. It's pretty special, and it's just also a great experience for me just to learn through them and to maybe possibly like visit them in the
Yeah.
future. That would also be amazing. And obviously it's amazing having Madeline, someone from Canada. I didn't really know her that well prior to coming to St. Leo. So to have also a friend now at home that I can golf with and share that experience of St. Leo with after college is going to be amazing as well.